Khadijah Kalokoh, welcome to Africa54.
Thank you for bringing me on board.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a nurse, so during this pandemic, I've been spending most of my time at home or at work. So when I come home and I've been indoors, I've been doing a lot of designing, which I've learned from my father and my grandmother. So I've spent most of the time designing fabrics and T-shirts and, selling it online and just either helping others that needs my support during this pandemic. It could be a phone bill that needs to be paid or anything I can do to reach out to friends and family that needs my help during this crisis.
What kind of designs or clothes have you made at your place?
I've been designing T-shirts. I have, different T-shirts that have been this is all handmade, designed by me. And I do, so people have been sending me orders to do specific orders for like weddings and for bridal events and things like that. So this is what I've been doing. This is actually for, a wedding.
Who inspired you to start this kind of thing?
Well, a friend of mine actually lost their job and things become harder. So this is one of the ways that I feel like, well, I have a knowledge that I learned from my father and my grandmother. Why don't I just use it and try to make something to help someone else during this pandemic? And I've been selling, T-shirts, fabrics, and, so because I can make them at home and it's all handmade, designed by me. And, so I spend most of the time doing it. Then anytime I would get a sale, I would actually either help them out to pay their phone bill or maybe buy more products for, to continue the business.
You said that you design those by hand. What's unique about your product?
It's handmade and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time to design them. But however, I'm eventually trying to go into like the mass production, but I'm not sure yet, but right now I'm just kind of doing something small at home and I'm trying to establish.
How long does it take you to design a T-shirt? Is what you're wearing part of your designs?
Yes, this is one of my designs. And it takes me at least, 20 to 30 minutes to design these T-shirts. But sometimes it can take up to 2 hours, depending on the design. Like this particular design take me at least 2 hours to design. This one takes at least 7 to 10 minutes. And this would take at least 3 hours to design. This is also made out of wax.
Earlier you talked about how you are selling some of this stuff on the internet. When customers buy your products, what kind of feedback do they give you?
So far, I've had very positive feedbacks from customers and they really like my design. And most of the design that I'm actually doing, you don't see them out there because it's custom made and it's handmade. And, and my clothes are actually not bleeding at all, which means the colors are not coming out. Because I make sure I spend most of my time in the process. The process at which I go, it takes a little longer. However, the longer the process, the more the dye stays on the fabric, so it doesn't come out.
In terms of sales, how much have you sold so far online?
I've sold over 100 T-shirts, and also I get orders from people that are doing, anniversaries, wedding, wants to host like a church events, bridal events. So usually they would order like large quantity, like, groups like this.
You also have other skills that you are an artist.
Yes.
You're a painter. So most of the designs actually start by you coming up with a painting and you figure out how to turn that painting into a fabric.
What I do is that, usually I would get a canvas this big or maybe a much bigger, and I would draw on it and design on it. So whatever I design on this canvas, when I'm done, I'll process it to put it to the computer, and I will send it to a fabric company that would actually do the rest of the other work for me.
Have you been able to sell some of the fabrics that you're talking about?
Yes, I do sell some fabrics, and some people actually order. Some people actually ask me to make a design, like a specific design for them for their events. And people are actually reaching out to me because they want something new and they want something different, some different design. And mostly what I've been getting lately, guys would order, they want a T-shirt for their shoes. So they would ask me to design something for their shoes because they have like nice tennis shoes that are out right now with different colors. So some guys would send me a pair of tennis shoes and say, can you make me a T-shirt? And I want this design on it. So I would design a lot of this clothes, then they'll pick the design, then I'll put it in whatever color that they want.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.